I thought you were going to say welcome back, Cotter.
No. No, we're doing a bit of edit. So getting to the top of the hill, I've held your initiatives or whatever, and we had done the first round of combat in the last show completely terribly wrong, and I don't usually go for some kind of, like take backsy kind of stuff, but I do not want a TPK because I had misread or had done something. Shout out to our number one fan, Gamma Knight is here. Always lurking, always listening. Be careful what you say in Discord with this guy. He says it's about time we slackers showed up. Hey man, it was Friday was Christmas Eve. The following Friday was New Year's Eve. And the Friday after that was the weekend of my birthday. So I was tied up. Now we play this on Wednesday, so really we have no excuse, but I suppose it is what it is. So unless anyone has some game-related questions or concerns, I'd like to jump right back into where we left off.
Oh, so does this mean we all get 100 extra gold? It is a new year.
It is a new year? In real life, but not in game. When you get to the game's new year, we'll talk about it.
Details.
I will give you this. We are going to use the hero point cards, okay? And I'm going to for a hero
tapping
point.
Their foot or their desk. Someone tapping their foot or their desk or something.
Oh, it might be my mouse.
I heard it was almost like someone playing the drums in the background.
Don't listen for drums; it'll be okay.
It stopped after once I asked.
Okay, well, if we're gonna go that route, Spieglier, Corey, can you bring your mic a little closer to your mouth? Can you all lean in? We're doing an audio quality check, even though we are live. But yeah,
is that better?
It was driving him nuts. So yeah,
I can hear it again. It's like as you're talking, just you talk, Jeff. Talk about your day.
It's probably something coming through my wall. There has been some changes in this house. Here, let me do a diplomacy. Let me do another diplomacy check. Oh, Spieglier, if you hear things, that's a bad sign, man. You should see.
It's you. It's totally you. It's like as your camera is moving, it's like making noise.
What?
Like when you move your head around, it's like your camera moves and it's like making little tiny like gear movement noises, like.
How about now? Is that better? Did it stop?
It's only when you're talking.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Apologies that the rookie doesn't realize that this type of thing is not to be addressed during a live show. But it's fine.
Good now, Jeff.
I had probably had my pop filter too low and it was rubbing against the mic. But thank you for that, Spieglier. I did not want to go through it.
That might have been it.
Yeah, that probably was it.
I think it's gone now.
I tease. I would rather have this behind the scenes, behind the curtain faux pas.
Sorry, but that was
no. I'm just saying, like, I would rather this than go back and edit this tonight and go, what the hell was that noise? And 2 hours of listening to that, so that's fine. So anyway, guys, a ruin that was built in a swamp called the Gauntlet Ruin, with a strange lighthouse that it really has no purpose besides some eerie history and stories, has suddenly awakened, shone an eerie green turquoise light upon the top of the cliff where the ancestors of this town are buried. Going to investigate, slugging up that hill, and using most of your perceptions, if not athletic checks, as initiative, by the time you guys get up the winding path, and we are talking a good couple dozen squares of movement, much to your chagrin, I must say that the dead have risen. Cool. Cue 8-bit Michael Jackson Thriller music. Don't worry. Don't. If you're listening to this live, it's not a live show. I have to go back and do it. But yeah. And no, we have real battle music for this. Authentic battle damage. Gentlemen, what you see before you is probably something you've not seen in your meager 2 levels of life. To have bloated bodies, corpses, literally dig themselves out of the ground, just emerging and standing, looking around for no apparent reason, and skeletons, as in ancient dead, where the flesh has been rendered from their bones, from worms and bugs and beyond. There you go. That would be like a really good D&D t-shirt. Bed Bugs and Beyond as opposed to like Bed Bath and Beyond. Eh? No?
Yeah, really.
No? See? Joe's got it. Joe, leave your mic open. I want to hear the giggles, man.
Well, I'm sorry, we were going to combat. I actually quietly laughed.
This is one of the problems with not having a round the table podcast like most people have is when we're on Zoom or whatever, people will quickly mute up to like finish their dinner or whatever, and you miss that sort of chemistry ambience of laughing, and someone will drop a joke and it'll be crickets, and then the listener will be like, why am I the only one laughing? That was funny. Or they feel they shouldn't laugh or enjoy the show because everyone's like muted, and they think just like, you know, they just think like Andrew's joke totally bombed. It's okay, Andrew, they'll get better.
It usually does.
Let's pick on this guy.
Hey, at least you have jokes, man.
At least I have jokes. We got jokes. So, guys, I'm going to place the proverbial baddies on the board that you see, and we're going to start with Grogtot. Grogtot. Sorry.
Oh, Jeff is terrible with names. You gotta pick really hard ones, and it's fun to listen to him.
He's lucky I don't call him Baby Yoda with that name. Like, it almost sounds like the wee little Grogu. Yeah. Was that inspiration for your name?
No, it was not. The RPG name generator online was inspiration for my name.
Oh, really?
Thank you, RPG generator online.
Yeah.
Name generator. Sorry, I forgot that.
No, that's actually pretty cool. We'll have to like drop the link. Drop the link in the. Is it like literally www.namegenerator.com?
I always Google like RPG name generator.
Yeah, it'll probably be the first link.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they have it for like everything, various book series, anime, real world names, all sorts of things.
Oh, cool. For when you want to make a Final Fantasy character if that game ever opens up again.
Totally. All right, so I'm first in combat.
You are, sir.
My map is like full of like little squares. It looks terrible.
That's because we're in battle, bro.
No, bro.
This is actually not an official map. I could not find a map with the adventure, so I had to like take an actual map of the town and just grid
Jimmy rigged it.
Yeah, just rigged it. So
I don't think it looks like this before.
Last time you actually couldn't move. If I go back to the footage, there was you going, I can't see, I had no grid. Remember? And then we were like, move to the left, the marsh is over there.
No, like, I'm telling you, my map looks terrible compared to how it looked before.
Okay, yeah, but you gotta have you zoomed into the graveyard where all we are?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's
well, I mean, luckily we are a podcast first. You know, so thank you, Spieglier, for pulling out on the audio, and now Corey is chewing on the crappy video. But we will move forward because unless you want me to literally stop the show and dick around with tech, we'll have to use more theater of the mind. However, before you spread out, okay, we are talking easily about 60 squares straight back off of the cliff to a retaining wall, the actual cemetery wall. And the cemetery goes along the cliff in sort of it looks kind of like a golf course, really, the sort of dogleg golf course. To the left, it goes on, 300 feet. To the right, it follows the cliff and curves back further towards the woods at like 600-800 feet. But luckily, these happy undead that are emerging seem a little bit closer to you, just for shits and giggles. They pop out of the ground like daisies. What do you do, Grogtot?
Army of the dead.
I kind of panicked for a second because they're dead. I can't do much about those things. No, that's a joke. I'm going to screech in Goblin, or not Goblin. I'll stick with Common, and the dead. That's not good, right?
If you want to panic, do it in Goblin, so they still think you're brave when you get your courage and switch to Common. I mean, that'll work for you.
But I will advance the 25 feet that is my movement.
Okay.
And from my bandolier on my chest as part of my carried equipment, I'm going to unfurl an alchemist fire and fling it at this closest skeletal undead to me.
Okay. So shifting on our grid 25 feet due west towards the closest marker stone where a skeleton has emerged. Fling away, sir. Let me bring you up the target for that sucker. Because you're shooting at the closest guy, I'm assuming?
Correct, yes.
Yep, he's yours. Let fly. Nargrim is on deck, but unavailable at the moment.
Totally 22 to hit.
Okay. He is consulting Lucy at the moment. 22?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think that would, pretty sure that did it.
I rolled really well.
Yes.
So because of the nature of my whole alchemist fire, alchemist bombs thing, I don't have the damage on here, but the damage for alchemist fire is D8, so I'm just going to drop a D8 into the roll.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's whatever works.
Oh, boy. 2 fire damage. But there is 1 persistent fire.
So persistent fire rules, I believe, happen on your turn, because you are the
Correct.
cause, not its turn, and
Correct.
it will start coming around on your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Just, please remind me of that when we get to the end. Okay.
Will do. I believe that's going to... I have 1 more action, and you can do another movement after doing 1 movement initially, correct?
Yeah, like these actions are this tripod of actions is completely open. It's risky if you want to try and do like 3 attacks or whatever, because the 3rd one usually comes at like -8, -10, and since the new critical hit rules are at -10 below, it's
I'll just pull back some, just to put some distance. I charge up, huck a vial, and then withdraw a little bit.
throw the Molotov at the building and then run away. Sure. That's awesome.
Bortles!
What a throw, good man, Grogtot.
There you go. Nargrim is what? Lucy, you want me to do what? I can't hear you from all this screaming. In Goblin, he's a coward. Karam, you are next. Kraga, you're on deck. Get ready. Karam, what do you want to do?
Well, I think I'm going to pull out my crossbow.
It says Karam 2. Are you Karam's clone?
Second level clone.
I guess we need to fix that. It's a clone. Don't trust him. No, he's fine. But if we ever bring the original around, he'll be out for blood. All right. Yeah, have at it, sir.
Let's see, and then I'll go ahead and go for the same one that Grogtot attacked.
All right. So a couple of tricks here. Like I said, if you just let me know, I can quickly target him for you. Or if you pick up your dice from your character sheet from the actual attack and drop it on the bad guy mini, it'll automatically target him. It's a lot of shuffling on a small screen. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is possible. Thanks to the amazingness of Fantasy Grounds. So have it at Karam. Sorry, did you move?
I did not move.
Oh, okay.
I was actually going to stay where I'm at.
I should do the entire episode in 8-bit songs, because this does actually, I agree with Corey, it looks like crappy 8-bit graphics. Just have like Stardew Valley going by and you guys are like throwing zombies in the middle of it, right?
I love
some good
Stardew
music.
Valley, and I use bombs. I have an 8-bit Through the Fire and Flame. If you just let me send it to you for the text for the playlist.
There you go. So how do we make it out there, Karam?
I got an attack of 13.
That is a miss, sir. Close, but no cigar. Any actions left for you? Anything else you want to do?
No, I think I pulled out my crossbow, I loaded it, and I shot, so I think that ends my turn.
That pretty much does, sir. Kraga. Oh, mighty Kraga. There are no walls to break here. There is no ceiling to bring down upon your foes. You're in practically an open field. I'm eager to see your tactics. What do you want to do?
I'm probably gonna sudden charge and tusk attack.
Can you... Yeah.
While also raging.
Can you...
'Cause rage takes 1 action, and then sudden charge allows me to use 2 actions to stride twice, so I can go 50 feet. and attack.
At the end of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So move towards your guy, and I'll target him. Who do you want to take on?
If I turn on my rage, let me just turn on
the rage.
activate.
So when I say you're on deck, I know it's awesome hanging on Andrew's every word, but this is where you need to pull up your dude, pick your action, click the buttons, things go smoothly. So what do you want to do? Which guy?
I'm gonna go up to the guy that's on fire. Actually, no, I'm gonna go up to the other guy.
It's just straight up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. He's targeted.
Yes, sir.
15. 7 plus 8. That's a miss.
Close, but no. These guys are skinny and wily and just bones. You're used to sort of a center mass target for that kind of attack, sir. You do make contact with him. You do, push him back inside of his square and all that, but don't damage him. Kraga Silvertusk. Anything else? I believe you're done. 3. Okay. And now, the master of the dungeon keys, as we've nicknamed him over the break, because we weren't sure if Corey could make certain time. And then he reminded us, or I reminded the players, that he was the guy that found all those nifty keys. And if they happen to be something important for dungeon later crawling doors, can't go home without him. So, Mr. Monk, what is your choice?
Run. No, I'm just kidding.
Just tumbles down the mountain. See you in the next adventure.
Just jumps the deuce and slowly vanishes.
My dwarven cousins on Friday Night Age of Ashes are calling me. I must leave. And off he goes. Sorry.
Bye. No, seriously. We're going to move over here. And then we're going to...
So you come to the front of the line of your companions.
Oh, yes. My apologies. To come to the front of the line. And
Yep.
I'm going to target... Oh, I can choose so many options. The Skeletal Undead number 3.
Okay, so the guy that's on fire? That
Yeah,
Greg
yes.
hit? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Is all
the
yours?
guy that's on fire.
Got him lit up. Go ahead.
Absolutely. And we are going to throw a javelin at him.
How about him? I gotta mention, I gave a shout out to Gamma Knight, affectionately we call him Coop because of his name. He shows up for every show, and because of his job, he actually never gets to finish the show. He goes to bed and says goodnight. The poor guy actually shows up for a show that he can't actually finish. That's a devoted fan right there.
That is fantastic. Kudos to Gamma Knight.
Yeah.
Thanks for being part of the crew.
There you go.
Fantastic.
What did you get?
We got a 25.
Oh, nice. That's a hit, sir.
Excellent.
Damage.
And we got a 6 damage.
Okay. It seems to, your own arm, and you've practiced with these weapons, and you've hit wood, you've hit bone, you've hit mass, you've hit monster, you've hit the side of Rocky's cow. Imagine Rocky Balboa coming into the freezer, and you're wondering why there's javelins and shurikens sticking out of that calf he's supposed to be punching, but that's another story. This thing does not act like a regular creature. It does not take the damage. It seems to, not completely, but it seems to partially resist what you've done to it. Whether that's because it's undead and feels no pain, because it's been necromantically fortified by its structure, partially resistant to a certain type of weapon, or maybe you just suck. I don't know. But you are learning as you go. And as you hit your target triumphantly, you learn from the suckage, because you didn't do as much damage as you were supposed to. That's right. That's right. GM Jeff, the condescending DM, is back. Any other action, sir?
Well, can I drive over to your house? And we can have a discussion live?
I'm punishing you for saying my map looked crappy.
Is that how it is?
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I pick on Drew for, no reason. But other than that, you guys all have it coming.
Let's see. If I cast a Kai Strike, if I read correctly, Will it hold until the next turn? Because I don't believe I get...
I don't think so. I know magic doesn't carry over. Like, you can't sort of like start a spell with your last action and then finish it. So I'm assuming that that type of thing doesn't carry over.
Okay, no, I will need to be closer. My apologies.
No, it's fine.
So
Did you want to move? Like, you are sort of a melee guy. You want to move up?
Yeah, I
Okay.
want to move right here.
Okay. Now, you moved once. You drew a weapon, and you chucked it. So that actually might be your 3.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay, apologies, sorry. So
No worries.
back of the line.
That's okay, I'm okay.
Sorry, back of the line. All right. The...
Oh, no, hold on.
What? Huh?
I get to come over here, don't I? That's where I was.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
That's the move.
Yeah, I put you back in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Hey, listen, you might be cranky about my comment, but don't cheat me out of a move.
All right, sorry. So, with a fearsome, looming opponent right in front of me, Mr. Kraga, the skeleton that you try to gore, well, he has a little thing called claws. I have several of them, and I'm going to introduce them to you now. So, swiping a claw at you, it manages with a 25, actually slices you nastily for 1d4 plus 2, and you take 3 points of damage. But I'm not done. With the old -5 mod going in, he tries the other claw. So the old 1-2 combo. But with a critical miss, gets his hand, the claws, tucked into your armor and is kind of stuck. And when he yanks, the arm free, his hand comes off. And you've got the skeletal hand tucked up under sort of like a rib of your armor, and he's just got like the femur appendage.
I can feel him tickling me.
And he steps in, sort of, using you as the meat shield. The slow circling Star Trek music, dun, 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 as it moves around you. Next, we have our next skeleton of choice, guys here in the back, also to the northeast, and he's just going to move up. So he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and starts sort of lopping, almost getting used to its light weight and stumbling forward with its own momentum. I haven't jogged in a while, but look how slim I look. He's a jogger. And he goes barreling towards our friend 2 strides and manages a single attack at our dwarf as he just barely gets to him. Oh, sorry, he does not get to the dwarf. He gets to... Crap. Sorry, apologies. 1 second. Let me just... For some reason here, he pops out of the ground. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, sorry. He gets to Grogtot, who upped and backed. You know what? I can't remember if diagonal cardinal movement counts as 2 on the second stride, does it? You get the first diagonal for free, and then the second one.
With the way they just got rid of the every other thing. Yeah,
they got rid of that crap. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good news for me, because Grogtot, the skeleton, is in your face, comes barreling with one hand up, and claws at you with a 22 to hit. Oh, my dice are on fire! Ripping at you with a claw. Oh.
You attacked again.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, well, it missed, so, ignore that. There we go. Grogtok takes 4 points, 2 plus 2. The undead have a... Best way I could actually describe it in real terms is a robotic strength. You know what I mean? Like, if you have an automated arm, you're trying to arm wrestle, like, it is like there's no pain, there is sort of a mechanical resistance, and they just move with necromancy.
So I just got punched by like an assembly line robot.
You actually got slashed by bony fingers that have been whittled down from decay, to be precise.
I've been playing a lot of Zelda recently. I'm going to beat this thing up and take its arm and use it as a weapon.
Actually, Nargrim is our arm collector. Save some for him. The Flaming Undead takes the hit with your Molotov and takes some damage. And then... sorry, what was that actual damage? Do you remember?
It's one fire, and it's the persistent rules, so it'll keep going until it puts it out, which is like a flat 15 check or something like that.
Okay, so what was that D8 that you rolled earlier?
The D8 is the initial damage from the bomb.
Okay,
but the one persistent...
What was that?
That was the Alchemist Fire.
Yeah, but how much was it?
Oh, 2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2.
Okay. Because when you hit it, right? Have you ever tried to like put something flammable on something that doesn't flame?
Yeah.
Right? So you light up a liquid and it burns right off, but much to your chagrin, as this thing starts moving forward, all the flame wisps out. The persistent damage does not take, for some strange reason, to this creature, and as it lops towards you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and actually goes for the dwarf, it's burned itself out, and it does not seem to have really taken much in the way of damage from your bomb at all. Dun dun dun. Hi, Mr. Dwarf. How about you? Why is the dwarf... Oh, jeez. Sorry, it keeps misplacing these minis. Comes running at the dwarf. I'm gonna put myself there. Hello, Mr. Dwarf. Why this thing's giving me so much trouble. Okay. It moves, and it claws at you once, and hits you, Mr. Amantina Bender, slashing you nastily. Oh, so nastily. Yes. Why? What is this? What is this?
You might have to remove an effect, Jeff. I clicked something.
Yeah, no, I'm wondering if you take extra damage because you've keyed up positive energy and this thing's negative energy, it might have dumped some necro on you. Because it says, where are we here? Force damage, D6. Huh.
Well, that wouldn't be negative. It looks like it's got a key strike of some sort.
1d6 force expired. Why did it go to you? It gave me your hit. Okay, that's not right. All right, so we'll take off. We'll give you that back, Corey. I don't know how it stole your key strike in the shenanigans, but
yeah,
anyway.
Sorry about that. I was expecting an information button, and I didn't realize it attacked.
You must have spammed exactly when I hit, and it got confused, and you smacked yourself with your own key. Anyway, nice. looking at the dice, a D4 comes up 3, +2 for strength and such is 5. So I will give you a hit point back. Ignore that. Sorry, I thought it was like, oh, I got all excited. It's like, oh, he's up with positive, and this thing's tracking negative, and it's like it does extra. No, it was just a glitch in the Matrix. All right, that's fine. Where did I come from? I'm right here, right? So I come up to you, 1 stride, and I'm actually going to try a second attack at -5. Now, it might only be -4, but I'd rather err on the side of caution. Anyway, taking a second slash at you and missing. The next one, number 4, comes striding over. 1, 2, 3, 20, 25, and goes right past you and strides all the way over to, where are we here? To Grogtot, who is our closest. Double strides and a single attack at the end. Where are you? Grogtot, it's not your day. Yeah. One claw. One man, one mission, one claw.
Totally miss.
Totally misses. Aren't you lucky? And last...
Apparently not. My bombs aren't doing anything.
Oh no! Change up your tactics is my advice to you, sir. In the back here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The party is somewhat blocked line of sight by this gravestone. So as Kraga moved up sort of into the corner view, it goes for him. And it's not smart enough to like risk attack of opportunity if you have that to flank. It just gets to you and starts wailing away. So behind you, off the side of your left flank, but technically don't worry, you are not flanked. The mighty Kraga gets swatted at with one attack. And a miss. And then the real fun comes. In the back, we have meatier, bigger, more shambly, shall we say. Shambling Undead start lumbering towards you. Pick up a little speed as they go. Remember, zombie land, cardio's important. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I use 3 moves to get right up on Grogtot and Karam, but I'm out of actions. The next Shambling Undead does the same. 10, 20, 30, 40. Gotta move my map here. Excuse me. 45, 50, and tucks in with these guys as they become an undead quarterback line, an undead front line. Oh, geez. I don't know my football. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyone?
I don't know my football either, so I'm not. Yeah.
You're not. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely no
I'm from
help.
Texas and I don't know that stuff.
Shield wall.
Thank you. 10, 15, 20,
I was trying to go
25,
more
10,
Vikings.
30. 30, yeah. Kraga is the closest guy, because these things just come to the closest living thing. It's like they can sense your life force. But that is the end of the round. The beginning of the next round brings us all the way back to Grogtot. It's pretty obvious that your fire bombs are not as effective on this type of creature. Care to try them on the bigger, meatier ones? Or perhaps change your tactics? What will you do? Oh, did I miss a skeleton?
No.
No, okay.
No, it's
Even
just
if
some
you
of the
did, no.
minis. Yeah, some of the minis aren't actually moving with their bases.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. I didn't want to call too much attention to it, hoping it would right itself. Oh well. Not much we can do. Okay.
I am going to risk an attack of opportunity from multiple creatures.
Depends if we get them. That's
Right. Well, I know.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
I'm going to move 15 feet north from where I am, roughly.
Okay.
And I'm going to target Shambling Undead 2 with one of my Alchemist bomb thingies.
So breaking the line that's come to you and moving through the dwarf between two skeletons to try to get behind Lone Kraga that's getting swarmed by 3 guys. To the north?
I mean, I'm not a melee person, so yes.
Oh, no, not justifying. I am simply describing, and like I said, I don't mean to sound like it's like poo-poo on you, but that's literally what's happening is you are leaving 2 shamblings that are south of you, striding between 2 skeletons that are practically flanking you, hopping over our dwarf, heading straight north to back up Kraga, who's going in alone.
Yeah.
Heroically. Does that make you sound better? Okay. He's such a nice guy. He's helping our fierce war. Okay.
I'm helping in the best way I can from behind.
I think, and like you're like running up and then turning around and attacking the one shambler that's beside.
Well, and I'm trying to hit him to also still get the splash on the other guy, so. Without hitting an ally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Cogno's over here, right?
So I will be targeting Shambling Undead 2.
Okay.
And let me find my thing real quick. There it is. That looks like it will probably be. Oh, is that a hit? That looks
Yep.
like a hit.
That's a hit, baby.
Sweet. Alright, so
Sorry, I didn't retarget the Shambling Mound. Did you have him as a target?
I already
Yeah.
did. Yeah, it says attack 15 at Shambling Undead 2.
Okay. Didn't reset here. Still has Skeletal for me. Huh. Shambling Undead 3?
2.
2.
I've got 3 up here by Craiga. Are you going the same way I think you are?
Not Craiga.
I'm not targeting the one to the north. I'm targeting the one to the south. The one I just
Oh,
ran away from.
you're backing up and...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. 2 slow. Okay, I got you. Sorry. So, pray continue. I just want to make sure the damage goes to the right guy that I've got it on here, so go right ahead.
8 fire damage with 1 splash, also hitting Shambling Undead 1.
Okay.
And then only Shambling Undead 2 will catch fire and take the persistent, etc., etc.
Oh, this is going to be annoying.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Number 2 lights up like a candle. Huzzah. Seems to, his rags and flesh begin bursting into flames, and he takes 8. And the number 1 beside him takes the 1.
Yep. Call me Nero because I'm making walking candles.
There you go. Actually, yeah, we call him Nero. That's actually a cool name. And yes, I get the reference. Anything else, sir? Besides your movement?
I
don't have you moved.
No, because I run the risk of missing really badly, and there's not a lot I can do in the moment as well.
Okay, so you're going to stay put.
Yes.
Okay. These things do not, they don't lash out at you with any kind of attack of opportunity yet.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
All right. Where were we? Ah, yes. Nargrim follows suit. I can't leave him out. We're going to have to get him to do his staple just so that you guys have some sort of support. Because if this fight goes sideways, and I'm predicting it will, we got to make sure that little Nargrim here, with his... Well, what would you ask him to do? His classic moves are Animate Dead to run interference. He loves producing flame.
No flame.
No flame?
No, because we've already discovered that flame isn't really working.
Well, it's working well on the big ones.
That is correct. So how about my suggestion will be produce flame on some of the bigger dudes.
Yep. So, although Karam is giving a bit of a shield bonus, he sort of follows suits and tries to lob fire, at the same one, just to keep it burning, because he too witnessed the first one, flaming out, as it were. All right. So the problem is, Nargrim needs a target. Mr. Nargrim, going to shoot him. Staff, sling, sickle. Where's my spells, damn it? Bum, 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 bum. Producing flame. Okay, Lucy, if that's what you really want me to do. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong mode. There we go. Combat mode. Much better. Produce flame. Whoosh. And there's still got to be a way that I can actually throw it at somebody. Yes. Chuck it at him. Do it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I've never done the casters before. He lobs it over and actually hits the Shambling Mound with a critical. You light up the body. He goes right full as a head, as it were. And damage, we do 1d4 plus 1 fire, but his persistent damage is actually a little higher than yours. Does 6 damage to the Shambling Dead, and it will take persistent of 1d4. Can you remind me of that, Mr. Persistent Grogtot? And put you in charge of Nargrim's persistent fire damage. Remind me to cue that up.
On it.
Thank you. So, that's Grogtot, that's Nargrim, and then we have Karam. They don't seem to be reacting to wild swings and people throwing stuff. You might be able to pop a shot off right in front of them. However, if you care to move as well, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of guys next to me. I think I'm going to move to the northeast.
Okay, along the cliff.
I want to get to the east side of this Skeletal Undead number 2.
Okay. They react to your moving, but none lash out, so... And what do you want to do?
I think I'm going to drop my crossbow, and I'll pull out my short sword.
Okay, so you've moved, you drop crossbow at that spot for free, pull a weapon, still have an action left. Do you wish to attack someone?
Yes, I would like to take a swing.
Skeletal Undead 2 beside you, maybe?
Yes. I
Okay.
just have to change.
I've got your target, you're good. Kraga, you're on deck, get ready. That means look at buttons to push.
Oh, I've got so many ideas.
So many
So I
ideas.
swing with a 12.
Swing with a 12 and a clean miss. And I believe that's you, sir.
That'll be me.
1, 2, 3. Kraga. Bing! 3 actions, reload your little brain. Your big muscles. What do you want to do?
I'm going to equip my maul.
Okay, out comes the maul. And... Get you a
And-
fresh target or same target?
Yeah, I was thinking, but I guess all the undead have moved in now, right? They're all surrounding us. They're not. None of them are like far away from us. It's just the.
You want something at ranged? Skeleton
No,
Undead.
I was thinking of sudden charging again to one that was far away from me.
Oh. Yeah, you could just peel off and run straight southeast towards the monk and bang on the guy that the halfling just missed.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna screw it. No, I'm just gonna attack Skeletal Undead number 1 that I'm still attacking
Okay.
right in front of me. Just come down on him with the hammer.
Go to town.
Oh, that's a crit.
That's nice.
I'm gonna destroy this bastard. So I just rear back with my hammer, and the rage in my eyes just flares up, and I come down with the molten fire of my draconic rage.
Okay. As he's coming down with a hammer, it's time for a word from our sponsor. A patron point from a fan. One Ezekiel First, King of First, as you know him in Discord, has actually offered up a point for the P2E gang, that's us or them on Friday, to activate these cards. Not just, okay, everybody gets a card. You get one, you get one, you get one, and you got to burn your only hero point. Remember those hero points everybody saves just so they don't die? They're always afraid to use them for a measly reroll or something. But with this month's patron point, not only do I get to activate the variant rule that all these cards are available to you, they're all available to you, any of them, to any player. So, if I may, Rampage. Play at start of your turn. Make a strike against each foe within reach. Multi-attack penalty does apply, but at the end of these attacks, your turn ends and you are fatigued. Rage and Fury. Play when an ally is knocked unconscious or when you take damage from a critical hit. Cool shit happens. We'll get back to that one. Or Hasty Block. Play this when you are hit by a physical attack and you have a shield within reach and a free hand. Does anybody carry a shield? No. Okay, then I'm going to save that card and pull one that you can actually use. Last Ounce of Strength. Play at the start of your turn when you are dying. Ooh, that sounds good. Put those down. So just so you guys have a smattering of an idea of what's, another resource that you could reach out to with your 1 hero point. Now, if anyone wants to do anything heroic and goad me into getting a 2nd hero point in the middle of the game, feel free. Looks like Kraga swung. And
I forgot to add the crit modifier.
The crit modifier? What do you mean?
you know, in the plus or minus tab, there's like the critical for damage.
Yeah, it does it automatically. See the extra dice?
Yeah, you're right. It does.
You're good. You're good. So a D12 plus 10 becomes 2D12 plus 20. Is this what I'm looking at?
Yes.
Okay. As you were saying,
It is 31 damage.
yeah,
And
you destroy it. Care to
it's
elaborate?
destroyed. Status destroyed.
Yeah.
Uh,
So here's what I want you to do.
Bones of that skeleton have been shattered.
If you guys see it says it's destroyed or dead or whatever, feel free to, narrate how it goes down.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So as my molten maul comes smashing down on the bones, they start to melt before the maul comes in contact with them, and then it just poofs into ash.
Nice. You also notice that these skeletons are covered in some kind of crimson, icky substance, like blood. I'm thinking the closest guy that's got a nose on him might be our orc. It burns, it shatters, it's poofed, but for some reason you wonder if the fact that they're covered in a liquid might make them, in a necromantic sense, a little bit more resistant to fire, perhaps. Something to ponder. Anything else?
I still have 2 actions. I am going to attack.
You pulled your maul. That's one.
Oh, I have one more action.
It. Yes.
Shambling Undead 3. Can you target that for me?
Okay. One sec. Where are we? I don't see him. Is he near you?
I thought he was.
I thought I put him near you.
He's like right next to him. Look for the red square.
There we go. There he is. Okay. So if you use the second column on your maul, it automatically put in the penalties for a second attack.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Off you go.
I'm good. And that's a hit.
Nice.
14 plus 3, 17.
Yes. And you're lighting up.
3 plus 10, 13 damage.
Nice.
Very nice, sir. As a matter of fact, it's heavily damaged. It's not down yet, but it is heavily damaged. All right. This is where things start getting very cool. Kraga becomes Cognal. Mr. Bender, what do you want to do?
Run. Just kidding.
One up that one, little dwarf.
I got you, buddy. We're going to stay targeted with Skeletal Undead 3.
Okay.
We are going to perform a key strike. So what just happened there? Attack 1. So we've targeted. And it should be a 1d6 for a force attack.
Okay.
But I click it and nothing happens. Oh, wait. You focus your key into magical attacks, make an unarmed strike or flurry of blows. You gain an extra +1 to your attack rolls with the strikes. So I need to use my fists with my skill of Powerful Fist to strike. Now, unfortunately, that is missing out of my attack list. So what damage should I be getting? Oh, wait. I know that the damage is a 1d6. I'm just not sure if there's a bonus tied in with that.
Well, I know it's force damage like on top of your hit, right? So
it's like you activate it, then you do like a punch, and you get your punch damage plus the force damage.
Yeah.
Yes, and the question I have is I don't know what my punch damage, which my bonus is for my punch damage, because it's missing out of my sheet.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't have an unarmed strike in my sheet.
Your dwarfu? Was that
No,
not your...
that has to come down when I'm in gorilla stance.
Okay. So you could use it because the gorilla stance actually gives a bonus to your athletics, like other checks.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you should be able to use that line.
Okay. Perfect. So
Okay.
then we can just simply attack with that.
Mm-hmm. I believe, like, tell me I'm wrong, but the gorilla stuff it's strictly like athletics, right? It doesn't.
No, sorry. That I roll another attack roll. So with the key strike, do I still have to roll an attack roll, or I've already attacked and I'm good? I should be
no,
good.
you're good. You just need to go to damage. Ignore that.
Okay.
Damage. Ignore that.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So there's a damage of 6 just alone with my dwarfu, and accordingly it says it's destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So in typical monk fashion, we get the big ki and a little Bruce Lee 1-inch punch, and the skeleton explodes
Nice.
into dust.
Nice. Doing the fingertips to the surface, and then you just curl up your fist. And there's that-
Absolutely.
He just looks at me with a smug look on his face.
Oh yeah, you see
Absolutely.
you guys
I
see
could
you see the grass behind the skeleton all like blow over from the forest. Like, you know.
Yeah, I even see it that like the skeleton doesn't obliterate immediately. It just like stops for a second, looks down, and then explodes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, funny thing about exploding, you know what? Okay. So now that we've done all the good guys, like you guys are lined up, right? Something I wanted to hold. So it's our turn, as it were. Okay. The skeleton that you cremate for its maker, Cognal. Okay.
Yes.
It doesn't just turn to dust. A lot of it does, but
Kraga or Cognal?
both of you.
Okay.
A lot of bone shards that go splattering every direction actually go exploding in every direction with force. Explosive death. When the skeleton is destroyed, its bones shatter and explode as a necromantic energy holding it together is released. Adjacent creatures take 1d6 slashing damage for every 2 levels of the creature with a basic reflex save. Can I have a reflex save from the two of you?
Absolutely. I will be pleased to give you a 19 plus 5, 24.
Please help me find my reflex save.
Main page.
Oh,
Do
there it
one
is.
of the things
Got it.
where I slam my maul on the ground and just kind of step to the side, and it all just goes in front of me.
16 for me.
Okay. You both save. So instead of 2d6, because like it said, it's d6 like per level, and these are considered class 2 creatures, you only take 1d6. So as you guys blow it up, there is that sense of the necromantic pulse, and you have a split second to hold up your arm, shield, turn sideways or whatever, and you only take half the damage that you would have. But both of you take 3 points, which I will put on your characters now, as bone shards pelt you. Well, these don't seem like regular skeletons. I mean, you signed up for regular skeletons. What are these crazy ass skeletons? But there's more. But we'll get to that in a minute. Why is that going crazy? Sorry, my dice has gone nuts. There we go. Cognal, are you all out of actions?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So bringing us down to the bad guys. Skeletal Undead 2. Okay. That is in between both Cognal and the Halfling, right? It going to town on you guys, and then the Halfling goes around behind it and takes a slash, and it suddenly backs up. It just moves off 10 feet. Anybody have attack of opportunity in their class? I don't know if we have any fighters, so it's an auto, but I don't think anyone has that kind of reaction where they can do something if somebody is moving through a square that you threaten. Anyone? Going once? No? Well, basically the dwarf or halfling I'm asking, because I'm moving.
Well, I think he's just near me.
Okay.
The dwarf is somewhere else.
To your much chagrin, this thing backs up Cognal, okay? And a skeletal hand comes up and grabs the top of its cranium, and it literally pops off its own head and whips it at you.
What?
Yes, it does. I throw my head at you. I back up, and as a double action, I pull my head off, and the skull screams like it's screaming in pain that it did it to itself. And this thing whips its screaming skull at you. And the jaws open wide, and a jaw attack with a range of 20 feet comes to you, possibly demoralizing you. Can I have a will save, please?
I'm
Like
I'm
that
gonna
description.
I'm gonna spin my reaction action now to vomit.
24.
Whoa.
Good sir, 24.
Oh, you're fine. You saw that in a play once.
Stop it, Doric.
Aren't there screaming skulls in Doom?
They're screaming skulls and so much.
So much. But for your characters, this is new. So, whipping my head at toss. Whipping my head.
Would you say the skeleton whips its head back and forth?
No, we're not going there. Something's auditory motion of the skeleton removes its skull, throws it, making a jaw attack with a range of 20 feet. Demoralizing each foe within 10 of the target. Well, the only people... Oh, yeah, it's both of you. Okay, so I need a save from Nargrim as well as from Grogtot, because you guys are all within 10 feet of who I'm chucking this at.
There's a will.
Yes. But it doesn't give me...
Got a 24.
Thank you. Nicely done.
It's a simple, so it should be like a fairly static number.
No, I mean, like, it's just goes off of its base DC, which is probably like 12. Right? 10 plus its level, possibly charisma, which it doesn't have. No, what I'm looking for is the actual range attack, which is not listed in the creature. So I'm just going to go off of Dex bonus. But its base... Okay, so... Yeah, that would be 8. Alright. It chucks its face at you for a total of 19 to hit. Karam, does that hit you?
Yes, I have 18 AC.
Okay. And this thing clamps its jaws on you. And for lack of better something, I'm just going to use the old slashing. For 6 points of damage. Anyway, this thing throws its head at you. It hits you in the shoulder and chomps hard. Bites you. And that's me for the moment. Actually, I have an action left. It comes back over to you and stands over its head. It falls off. Nom, nom,
You're not
nom.
getting it back.
And next, we have a skeletal undead that is attacking Cognul. And this one here, with your key, right? You explode it. And it goes into a whole bunch of chunky pulp and bone shards. Explosive death. Let's... Right. It's back to its turn. It blew up. And it's like, you're awesome. Okay? Those bone shards that you dodged, right? Whip around and fly back to the pile of dust, and this thing starts to reform itself.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And you realize that the dust was not from the bones. It's from the dirt. Your key force whipped up dirt and the necromantic repulse happened so quickly that tiny bone shards went everywhere. And you didn't dust this thing. A whole bunch of bone shards come flying back together, and it reassembles itself as a standard. It can reform in a standing position as a single action. So it happens very quickly. But it is considered immobilized and is flat-footed for the time being. So I'm just going to let it stand there. Hello, I'm back. Next up, we have another skeleton. Now you guys know why, like, every time, like, 2 of you guys weren't available, I'm like, nope, TPK. I need at least 4 players. It's going to be a TPK. Next guy we had right in front of Grogtot. Now, Grogtot, your minis are betraying you. You're actually north of me.
Yes.
Right. So, this guy is going to take a step forward next to the monk and literally... Hang on a second. Did I kill the wrong guy? Where's our monk? Oh, monk's over there. Sorry. Oh, these minis have got me so messed up. It basically does the same thing. As it moves towards you, it rips its head off and chucks it at you to meet it. Right? So I move, I pull my head and throw it, and it literally goes flying at you. And I think the only person close to you is Silvertusk is within 10 feet, so you and Silvertusk need to give me a saving throw. And Cognul is also within 10 feet. New willpower save for the 3 of you, please. As another screaming skull goes flying at our good friend.
11
9.
for Grogtot.
I really hope I'm doing this math right. I'll never hit
9
that.
for Cognal.
17 hit Krogtot.
17, I believe, will miss, but give me 1 second. Actually, no, that hits.
It hits?
Ooh, yeah, it hits.
Okay. Did any of you guys get under 12 for your will saves? Did I hear a 9 in
yes.
there?
Always.
Okay. All of you. Even Kraga?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start with Kraga. And we're going to pull your dude up here, and we're going to consult my conditions, and let's see if we have demoralized. No. It's not a condition. Huh. So if you demoralize, it's got to be... I'm thinking of the... what do you call it? When you use intimidation in combat, right?
Yeah.
But
That's it.
yes, but I don't think I have it handy, so let's look that up. Actually, if you don't mind, I'll rely on you, Joseph.
I'm looking right now. Yeah.
Thank you. I believe it might give you guys like a condition of one step on where is it? Fear? Where is it here?
It's a
Frightened?
fear modifier.
Yeah, so frightened 1. So I'm gonna give you right now any condition that isn't like dealing out damage, like poison 1, poison 2, pretty much gives a penalty equal to the number. So frightened 1, you guys will have a -1 on everything, right? Frightened 2, you know, the type of thing. So Cognul, same thing for you. You are a little bit concerned. Cognul doesn't get frightened, everyone. We established that in the first episode. He's concerned at the moment. And so is his bladder. I'll put it that way. His bladder's very concerned, as you can see it going off.
I haven't had anything to drink recently.
No, I just meant like you're peeing down your leg because you're
I'm well aware.
so concerned. Oh, you're trying to wave that off, eh? See,
Yeah, exactly. No beer recently.
Don't dig into a misunderstanding. I'll mansplain it and expose you for the coward you are. All right, so assuming you guys all get the frightened 1 condition, we will move on. So skipping down my line here, where was I? Undead number 2, number 3? Where are we? Where's my guy that moved? This guy, no. This guy, no. Crap, I've only done 2.
So only one of the skeletons reformed?
I'm getting to him. So far, yeah. I reform on my turn. So when we get to yours, we'll see what happens, eh? He reformed. This guy ran off and took a chuck at you. Right, so we need to actually see if that hit, and it did, right? 19 hit you? Before I got all distracted with the demoralization, Grogtot?
Yes.
You got hit? Yes. Okay. So, I'm going to go with good old Dams and Vig. This thing bites you. The bloody skull comes flying at your shoulder, chomps you for 4 points of damage, and as you shake it off, hits the ground in front of it, and it's right there. Next, we have Skeletal Undead number 5. This is not the one that you dropped, Kragna, and it just happily claws away. Claw number 1, miss. Claw number 2 at -5. Oh, these are agile finesse weapons. It says right in front of me. Ah, that means it's only -4. Luckily, when I missed, I really missed, and when I hit, I really hit, so I don't have to take back any take-backsies in the combat. But yes, agile and finesse weapons, gentlemen, are only -4 penalty, and the second one, -8, as opposed to the standard where something big like me and Kraga here are going with like -5, -10, if that makes sense. So, 14, it says it's a miss, but it's actually 15, Kraga. Would that have hit you?
No.
Okay, so you're good. Like I said, when I really miss, so I don't have to do it taking back. Anyway, that is him. And, oh, happy, happy joy. Yes, this thing reforms, or begins to, right in front of you. But it is flat-footed and immobile as it does. On to the Shambling Undead. Well, not to be outdone, there is one directly south, 10 feet away, from our good friend, our Dwarven Monk. Our dwarven monk has been wounded, have you not? Have you taken damage, sir?
Yes, I took 8 wounds.
This thing is so diseased and infused with necromancy, it actually gives off an aura. And to your divine positive energy that you channel, it's chafing against it. You can feel your ki not struggling, but being accosted. Your pure body, mind, and soul are accosted, and your wounds begin to fester and turn sour at a hugely accelerated rate. Rotting aura. The zombie emits an aura of rot and disease that causes wounds to fester and turn sour. Any living creature that starts its turn within 10 feet of the zombie and is not at full hit points takes 1d6 damage as its wounds begin to fester. This damage increases 1d6 for every level the zombie has. Creatures that take a critical hit from the zombie also take this damage immediately. You got hit from another wound from before, but now that these things are on top of you and spent a full turn wafting necro aura at you, dude, your wound begins to burn and fester, and you take d6.
He's not within 10 feet of the zombies, though.
Oh, you're not? Sorry. I'm looking at the damn mini.
Yeah, the
10.
mini's not moving.
Right.
But the squares are.
Okay. Chasing you down. Spoilers. There might be an aura effect coming on you later. My bad. Damn this thing. 5, 10, 15. Actually, I'm going to go for Nargrim. Hello. Chases down Nargrim.
Hello.
Yeah. So, anyway, forget about the damage, but I will say this. Because you channel positive energy, because of your new cleric archetype, I would say that you sense this coming. As soon as it gets close to you, you're just like, ugh. And because I screwed up, freebie for you, might want to stay away. You stay here for one turn. Any turn that I stay close to you guys and keep you within 10 feet, here I come, yeah, your wounds begin to fester automatically. It is nasty. Anyway, so how about something else? Okay. I do come shambling towards you, Mr. Monk, and he tries to grab you. How do you like that, Amble?
Grab away.
It actually strikes at you and has like a striking grab effect. So I actually try to whack you with my fist. And if I manage to get a hit on you, I might be able to burn an action immediately and turn it into a grab. Where did you go? See, I'm all screwed up here.
I didn't go anywhere.
No,
I'm
I'm
still
going,
sitting in my
yeah,
chair.
sorry.
He's over to the west.
Yeah, I went straight up. There we go. There you are. Like a magnet drawing with your positive energy, drawing a nasty energy creature. This thing tries to whack at you with its fist. Not off to a great start, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, 14 is a miss. I've moved. I've struck once. I do not have an agile finesse weapon. These are just lumbering fists, but it will try to strike you a second time. And again, a miss. Which brings us down to the next shambler, who is going after Nargrim. Because it's just not fair. I mean, he did burn me a little bit, or one of these guys. And sorry, Troy, you didn't show up, but you still get to be part of the action. Very exciting. Somebody email him. Yeah. And that's a hit on Nargrim. And I'm automatically going to burn a second action and make a grab attack. Let me just double check what this occurs. Monster's last action was a successful strike. Why, it did. And did damage. Yes, it did. And monster armor grabs target. End of the monster's turn. Creatures grab whichever body part the monster attacked with. That body part can't be used to strike creatures until the grab is ended. Okay, better against warriors, but anyway. He grabs one of the many arms out of his pack. No, he grabs him by the shoulder. And damage to the little dude is 8 points. Slams this little guy and grabs onto him. And the last shambling of the dead.
Ignore that.
Okay, you just hurt me though.
I would say ignore it. Sorry, it was an accident.
Okay.
Something.
No, that's fine. Which guy did you hit?
Undead Shambling 2.
Okay. Sorry, when you say ignore, I'm assuming they'll just ignore. But if you actually cause dice numbers to change, say you got to take that back, please, or I'll miss it.
My apologies.
That's fine. 8. This is kind of getting dragged out here. Okay. Where is my last dude? I don't see him lit up. Oh, here we go. The one next to Spieglier. Hello. Did you know I had a cousin? He's buried, like, right over there. I don't like him, but I'm taking all my life's anger with the second chance at unlife on you. With a 19. Hit. And as a second action, I grab your arm. And I damage you for 7 points. You can no longer use a two-handed weapon, because I have a hold of your arm, until the end of my next turn. Unless you want to try and shake out of this with a athletics check, which will burn actions. Which brings us to the top of round... Oh, jeez. I had these rounds all wrong.
He doesn't have to roll to grab?
It's an ability. If I grab and if I successfully strike you with one action and do damage, I can use my grab attack, which is a second action. So I'm burning actions, but I got to strike you, and then he grabs you. It burns actions, but it's not a separate roll.
But it's handy. That's cool.
That is very handy. Okay.
Handy.
Thanks, Joe. Got to get him in there when you can, right? He's riding other people's. The jokes are
Joe
coming.
hasn't missed a single one tonight. Like he's got them all.
He's got them all.
His ears are open.
Speaking of Joe, Grogtot.
Seeing things are getting a little desperate, like undead reforming, which is never a good sign. I have an idea I'm going to try, and it may not work, but I'm going to try it. I'm yet again going to remove myself from striking range of these things by moving 10 to 15 feet over here. Then I am going to target... I'm going to try this. I'm going to target Skeletal Undead 3 over here next to Kraga. But instead of throwing an Alchemist Fire, I'm going to unfurl from my bandolier one of my minor life elixirs, and I'm going to see if this works.
Hang on,
Don't
what-
know if it works.
Number 3. I'm not seeing Undead 3.
Sorry, that's Shambling Undead 3. Then I'll target Skeletal Undead 6. I may need to move some more then.
Okay, I got him targeted.
Okay. So I'm gonna try lobbing one of my life elixirs at him and see if this works.
Okay. Let me give me 1 second because I need to make him. Well, he's immobilized. So let me dump those effects on him. It's probably faster than me looking up the penalties with the new flat-footed and whatever.
Yeah.
Because if he is, where are we here? Immobilized and flat-footed, which is not here. Oh, there it is. Okay, have at me.
All right, so I have the damage factored in as though this would deal damage to him. If it does not, for whatever reason, please feel free to remove the damage, of course.
Sure, so let's talk about the actual damage. This is positive energy damage you're doing?
It is a life elixir. It is healing stuff. So that's why I don't know 100%.
Okay.
It's one of my alchemical life elixirs.
Okay, so it's not holy water,
It is not.
but it is life elixir. Okay, now
Yes.
this is sort of a far-fetched idea that you're hoping works?
Yes,
This
that
is
is how
the-
I'm operating.
Okay,
I know-
I like
know-
it. I like it.
I know it heal wounds, and those are basically
Oh, yeah.
walking wounds. So,
Yeah, no, I tell you.
all right. So, oh no, meant to grab the dice there. Come on. There we go.
What is the source of your power? Is it arcane, divine, occult, or primal?
None. It's science.
So probably closer to arcane.
It's never clear in the book.
Never clear in the book. Okay.
Yeah,
I'd have to chalk it up.
Alchemists don't have the magic effect like they did in first edition anymore.
Okay.
It's just stuff.
The reason I'm saying is, first of all, I love your idea.
Yeah.
And I think you should be able to do at least a minimum of 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And I was actually going to let you roll the proverbial, d6 and maybe half it if it was a divine source or a
Right.
prime source. You know what I mean? Like, because it would actually have the holy backing, right? But no, I like this idea. And like I said, for your trouble, I'll definitely give you the minimum damage of at least a point for it if you can hit the sucker. So fly away and you hit. And what does this thing heal?
The vial itself does 1d6 plus 1.
I'll give you 2 then.
Okay.
So you splatter on this thing, and let me just double check my immunities and resistance because there are many. I am immune to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but nothing to do with that. I'm resistant to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but nothing to do with that. I will give you 2 points of damage, sir. Splatter away.
Sweet.
I will even say now that this thing actually shatters and does the ulterior damage, like the adjacent damage.
It doesn't have splash rules because it's not technically a bomb weapon. I'm just utilizing it. Like
Okay. All right. If you're staying still, right? You haven't moved?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I did move.
If you spend a second, you know how you can prepare stuff with like the quick alchemy?
Yeah.
If you spurn an action for me right now and make it a bomb, I'll give you the splash damage for his buddy.
Oh, sure. Then yeah, I have 1 extra action, so yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll spend an action.
Right.
Do I need to spend an additional infused reagent?
Probably.
Okay.
I am kind of being generous here, so thank you for that
That's fine.
honesty. Yeah. So mixing it with the extra infusing agent, and instead of pulling a regular bomb, you actually make a bomb with the extra infusion agent out of a healing elixir. Mix them together, hope for the best. It is not as effective as you hope, but it is partially effective. And this skeletal dude takes his 2 points, and Shambling number 3 actually takes a single point.
Nice.
And you guys see the stuff burning, like hissing and not being very nice to their, form, as it were.
So
Well,
if I get a free action to shout after my actions are done, I'm like, the healing things hurt them.
Sure. Look, they're all kind of distracted with their own fight, so I shouldn't say everyone sees this, because technically perception is an action. However, I will allow, there's an old meta thing in old gaming where people are like, did I see that? And they like poof over or whatever. I'll allow you guys to do that simply by burning a perception action at the beginning of your next turn, going, and you go, did I see that? And you want to reap the benefits or what's going on over there? Yep. Start your turn by burning perception, go, huh? Ooh, cool. And that makes it game balance as far as I'm concerned. Moving on. Shambling Undead. Oh, sorry. We were at Grogtot.
Mm-hmm. And one of them, I want to say it's one of the Shambling Undead I struck last turn. It is probably Shambling Undead 1 takes persistent fire damage.
Okay, so the skeletal guys that you hit initially have taken no persistent. We're somewhat resistant to fire, okay?
Correct.
However, the guy you lit up like a candle with that big 8, right? Where are we here? It's got to be the guy that's got the most damage here. Where is he? Number 3?
Possibly.
No, number 2.
I think it's number
2 because he's got a solid 8 on him. No one's touched him since you.
Right.
Okay. Yes. Persistent damage done. And
at the beginning of Nargrim's turn, he has a D4 persistent on something as well.
yeah. So I think it is number 3 because you guys tag teamed him. So it's he gets a lot actually. So are you done, sir?
Yes, that's all my actions. That's everything.
Okay, I gave him your 1. Now we go to Nargrim real quick. Forgiveness. Go to Nargrim. How you doing for time, Corey?
Gotta get going soon.
Yeah, okay. So I will say goodnight to you as soon as you're done your turn, and we will finish the round and finish the show after you depart at the end of this round, and that will be the episode. So
Much appreciated.
Okay, so let's hear from Karam while I'm working on Nargrim. Karam, what do you want to do? Kraga, you're on deck. Get ready. Karam.
Well, I'm hearing explosions and other things I don't like. So I'm going to turn around and I want to maybe start making sure we have an exit path. And I'm going to see that shambling guy in front of me. And so I think I'm going to start attacking him.
So you're changing your target?
Yes, I will be targeting the Shambling Undead 2 to
Gotcha.
my southwest.
Gotcha. Because he's crowding Nargrim, who's still at the top of the path. Good call, sir. Have at him. Now, Nargrim here is right in front of him and is going to try and light this guy up, and I'm digging that up right now, but let's hear from Karam. Keep going.
Okay, and I think what I'll do is I'll spend an action to devise a stratagem, which will basically let me use my intelligence modifier for my hit roll.
Okay. Can we delve into your mind? What would be racing through the halfling's mind as he's putting all the pieces of the action together? Oh, don't hit those. They explode and then reform. Oh, these things are flammable. That's nice. Oh, he's in my way. What races through your mind as a solution?
As I'm looking at this guy, he's got some flesh to him. And so I'm hoping that a good slash will kind of open up some vital organs.
Okay. Dead or not, if he can't hold himself together, he can't fight.
That
Sounds
is the hope.
That sounds like a solid plan to me. Okay. Have at me. Nargrim lights him up with a crit, by the way. Just saying. Just saying. Go, Nargrim. Oh, there it is.
Jeez.
He heavily damages this thing with 8 points. And then we, going back to his other one. Or is it the same guy? No. Going back to the other one that gets the persistent of 1d4 plus 1. I think you could take a note from the witch here, Mr. Alchemist. Boo. 2 points, but still. Making friends everywhere he goes. Alright, I'm all caught up. Karam, have you got some dice for us?
Yeah, so I've got a 21 to hit.
Nice, it does. And damage, sir?
Let's try that. Looks like I got a 5.
Yes. Not
And
only
it is destroyed.
Yeah, not only do you find organs on this terrible, terrible creature. Where are we here? You manage to sever its spine and its own gut spilling, kind of tall, like, you know, the tree that you half cut, its own weight rips it in half as it begins to fall over. Hitting it low, no offense to your height, Mr. Halfling, but hitting it low, right, the pelvic, you know, its own weight as he saws into the side of it, it rips itself in half and falls over and stops moving for the moment. Perhaps forever.
I hit it high for me, just saying.
Oh, you'd run up the leg and dig yourself in and like kind of ride it. You know those guys that ride the sail with the knife, the pirate like slides down the tapestry or whatever, right? The halfling just slides down this guy's coat, just rips it up, and
he just turns to look at us after he's done. He's got an Errol Flynn face going, like Robin Hood over here.
I will say this, it doesn't explode. It does seem to be a different kind of dead, and our first kill goes to the halfling. Well done, Karam. Very brave of you, sir. Yeah, huzzah!
Are we sure it's dead, though?
No.
I mean, we've technically destroyed 2, but when was before this? Oh, you mean Drew's first kill in the campaign?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Way to go, Drew. Love you, bud.
Spieglier left you a note. Kraga, you're up.
Well, I think.
Oh, sorry, sorry, you got more, yeah.
Yeah,
more?
so could I try a knowledge recall on maybe the shambling guy I just hit?
Sure.
That would be occultism?
Religion.
Religion. I'm not so good at that. Let's see. I got a 14. Untrained.
Oh, not bad. This is not a regular zombie. It's what they call a shambler. They do not get reactions. They are permanently slowed. That's the good news, and only the good news. This thing can feast on immobile creatures and duplicate itself. You kind of already leaked the information about the rotting aura. This thing gives off such like a multitude of necromantic energy holding it together. It actually causes everybody within its field. You know, like the paladin has the bravery. This thing gives off such a necromantic aura. If you have an open wound, only if you're wounded, but if you have an open wound, it causes the wounds to fester. They carry nasty diseases. They are plague ridden, and they are covered in pustules that rupture when it takes any kind of piercing damage or critical damage. Any adjacent creature that hit with the vile fluid causes you to become sickened one unless you succeed at a fortitude save. Now, no one's really stabbed these things until now. So everything I said up until the disgusting pustules is knowledge. Disgusting pustules is what you experience, because a short sword, I believe, is what you have.
Yes.
Or long sword is a piercing weapon, and as you destroy this thing, goo flies at you, and I need a fort save, or you will have the sickened condition.
I rolled a 14.
Oh, you're good. Dodge, tumble, hits your coat. Blech. He stops to actually take notes, disgusting pustules. Writes this in his little book. Future battle. No, you'll have our playbook. Yeah, I mean, like, this guy's going to have your playbook of battles. Just take him to the dungeon with you by the time he's done. So, all done. Kraga. What do you got for us? Corey, get ready. Cogno. This is where you can stop eating and actually open your mic, Spieglier.
Yeah, I'm thinking about seeing these skeletons reform.
Yep.
And I'm getting a bad feeling about this.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to scream out to everyone, "No hope! Get to Gauntlet!"
But the healings.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some town folk like down the bottom. Remember those guys that we left behind? Wasn't there somebody that like we ran away from? right?
Yeah, there was like librarians.
Don't take this in the wrong way, but there's librarians down. They call up. They're like, "You're supposed to save us." No, Craig.
Gauntlet is the source.
Abandon hope. So you think if you guys don't get to the source and stop it, that these things will just keep regenerating?
I'm having the assumption that we all just need to run and get to Gauntlet.
I can tell you this: the light isn't currently bathing this place. It shot down. It roasted the graveyard for a few moments and minutes as you guys ran up the hill, and then it receded. And you guys are dealing with what it shake and baked. Now, these blood-covered things did reform and are standing again. Perhaps Karam's valor, taking out one of the most disgusting ones, and it seems to stay down.
I'm gonna just.
However, what you said isn't untrue. It's not tactically bad. Besides my poking fun at you, sorry, I was just mad at your crunching. Picking on you because you're crunching on my mic. Tactical withdrawal, possibly, or maybe you guys have bit off more than you can chew. Don't know.
Yeah, like what if more pops up after these guys all are gone?
Yeah. Craig is having mixed feelings because that frightened one is still into him. It's beginning to fester.
I'm just gonna swing at that one I thought I already destroyed.
Stay down. Okay. Have a go.
Oh, actually, I gotta make athletics check and shake off. Is he still holding on to me? Like,
yeah, he is.
Like my boyfriend just wants to go to the park and have a picnic with me or something.
Yep.
Zombie getting a little friendly. I'm gonna have to
say he doesn't
shake him
lose
off.
you in the mall.
Is it 19? Shake him off.
Were you making fun of the fact that I said that those two had a blanket spread out and a picnic going last episode, like 6 weeks ago?
No, that just literally came to me on the spot.
I'm watching Drew's reaction, and he's like, "I had no part in this." He's shaking his head. Jeff totally set up that scene. Don't bug me. Poor guy.
I was thinking we got food back there as a picnic. Let's go.
These things have immunity to chicken legs, because
there you go. So, sorry.
Yeah, that's their one weakness, eh? Choke on chicken legs.
While you're swinging, let's hear from Mr. Cognool.
Good question.
No,
what would you like to hear?
Does a 19 get him off my arm?
Yes.
Athletics?
Yes.
And that's one...
That's one, and then you can swing. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I saw the roll, and I forgot to call it out. Yeah. So you're free to swing, and while you're swinging, let's hear what Cognool wishes to do in a moment.
This Skeletal Undead 3 that is right here, he is currently immobilized, or is he moving?
He is immobilized.
So he's not affecting anybody?
Until I get around to my turn and do something more, I'm kind of standing here.
Yeah, alright. Well, we're going to target him.
Okay.
And we're going to cast the Divine Lance.
Ooh. Where are you? Where's the guy that... Is it Undead 3?
Yes, Skeletal Undead 3.
Is the guy that you dropped? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Have at me.
Okay, so let me just read this.
Okay, now while you're revving... While you're revving...
I just finished doing my roll for my...
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't realize Corey meant read it aloud. While he's reading that over, a swing and a miss and a swing and a hit from Kraga going back in time, yes?
Yes.
And you... it is destroyed. We shall see what happens. He's kind of waiting. Back to Cognool. Revving up the energy, but yes, I would like to hear the description, please.
Oh, okay. It says you unleash a beam of divine energy. Choose an alignment your deity has, chaotic, evil, good, or lawful. You can't cast the spell if you don't have a deity or if your deity is true neutral. Make a ranged spell attack roll against the target's AC. On a hit, the target takes damage of the chosen alignment type equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Double the damage on a critical hit. The spell gains the trait of the alignment you choose.
Cool.
So my question for you is, it does not look like here on the spell that I have an option to range spell attack. Oh, maybe it does. Let me click this. Nope. Oh. Apparently it did.
Did you hit the little magnifying glass to like drop a whole bunch of open up underneath the spell?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
So all right, so we got that. So we have a hit.
Okay, so see how it has chaotic, evil, good, lawful?
Yeah.
Let's talk about your dwarven deity. Or do you even follow a dwarven deity? Sorry, I didn't want to presume.
I did have one on my sheet.
Okay.
But
it's a personal matter. You're not ready to out your religion. I get it.
Yes. I am would prefer not to talk, but I can tell you that I can cast a good spell.
Okay. So hit me with the good damage.
Okay, which is a 1d4 plus good.
Right. So there's the blood drop buttons on the left there. Smack away, and it should do it for you. Ta-da! There we go.
Okay. So damage 3.
Yeah. It says excess ignored. Did it actually hurt me? Or is it just ignoring the fact that it's, the extra juice of the good holiness? You were hitting number 3. Let me just check how number 3 is doing. Well, according to this, he is no more.
Excellent. That's what I was hoping for.
Oh, sorry. I brought him up, but I didn't give him his hit points back. So he actually
so he only has 1. Perfect.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, no, seriously, he does.
Oh, really? Good guess.
Let me just check. Resisting. Yeah, no, I don't have any resistance to what you just threw at me, so yeah. Zip. 3 points. It's a bit of a lance, a wee lance. Pull my finger kind of lance, but, hey. Suddenly the dwarf manifests his holy divine powers that we've never seen, so kudos for that. And he plugs this guy. Poof. Anything else, sir?
No, that is all, because that's 3 actions.
All right. We will say goodnight to you, sir, and I'll let you know if you're standing in the morning as I continue with the skeletal barrage against everybody else.
Oh, gee, thanks. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Thanks, guys, for a great night. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you.
Cheers.
Skeletal Undead number 2. You guys are not in great shape. And we will see you next time. Corey has inspired me in practically an hour 30. Oh, yeah. See you all next time. Have a good night, everybody.
I guess we are on a cliff.
Ah.
Line them all up against the edge.
Yeah, just they're the town's problem now.
Yeah, push them down the town, and then we'll go. We'll just go.
Good night, Cleveland. Shove, shove, shove. We love you.
All right, so when nightfall comes, we're just gonna find a boat and just go.
Actually, Grogtot, you know where there's a boat, don't you?
I do.
In the cameo adventure, like you and Karam know exactly where there's a boat. That'd be funny.
There's nothing with the boat, and I think it's capsized now.
Go off book and start our own. That's a homebrew.
You're a homebrew.
We'll start our own adventure path with blackjack and hookers.
Yeah.